What's up, guys? Team Movie Fails back here with another video. And if you could not tell by the lovely playmat we have here, I went to regionals and we got top 4. I got 4th place. I went 7-1. So I ended up getting the regional deck box. I got the playmat. There's 235 players. It was in Peabody, Massachusetts, November 3rd, which at the time is immediately after me getting home. So to give you guys an overview, round 1 I played against Crusadia. I 2-0'd that. Round 2 I played against Lunalite Orcus, and I beat that in game 3. Round 3 I played against Thunder. I 2-0'd that. That was actually against Eddie Strom. He's a pretty well-known player. Round 4 I played against Pure Orcus. I 2-0'd that. Round 5 I played against Sky Striker, which Joe Bogley was playing. I beat that in game 3, which actually that was a really good matchup. Actually, I enjoyed playing that match today. Round 6 I played against Pure Orcus. That was Josh Bavarnik. He is a well-known judge. Really nice dude. Really cool to get along with. Round 7 I played against Guru, which is actually the Guru player was the owner of my locals that I go to, and I beat him in game 3. And then round 8 was against my good friend Paulie Aronson, which he is a very well-known player. He was playing Pure Orcus, and that was my only loss for the day. He 2-0'd the absolute living hell out of me. Game 1 I bricked terribly. I had the set called by the grave and pass, and then game 2 he had every single out. But I'm going to go over the deck list and just talk about everything. So, of course, we're playing the 1 Gazelle, the 3 Foxy, and the 3 Spinny. Nothing different there. It was all pretty solid as I attempt to knock my camera over, apparently. 2 Jack Jaguar, which is commonplace. 1 Foul. This card got sided out a lot. And 1 Falco. This was all fine. The Foul is actually kind of good to be able to side out. Just gave me some variation to take cards out of my deck. 3 Flame Buffalo and 2 Sea Archiver. A lot of times I sided one of the Buffalo out if I was going second. I just didn't feel it was as necessary. So, like, I would just side one out, and it actually worked really well. Hand Traps, 3 Phantasme. Card was absolutely bonkers. I drew Ash off this card so many times today. It was great, really great. Speaking of the Ash, we did play 3 of them. Ash was really good. There were so many games against Orcus where they would attempt to Harpour, and I'd just Ash it, and they couldn't play. And they had to basically end on a Dingirsu, or end on whatever extender they summoned, and then be forced to pass. And then the fun stuff, 2 DD Crow. Card came in handy an excessively large amount of times. I can't even begin to tell you how good this card was. I was thinking of upping it to 3, but you'll see why I didn't soon enough. But 2 DD Crow. I wouldn't change the ratios in anything in this deck, honestly, but I'll show you guys what I have. So for the spells, we played 3 Signet Mining. It's too good. I mean, you can't. I think I only resolved this card twice today. I don't even think I hardly ever used it. I didn't ever find a point where it was super necessary, other than maybe one time. Then we played 3 Will, 1 Circle, and 1 Sanctuary. This was fine. I think that the 3 Will was awesome. There were some games where I sided 1 out because it wasn't 100% necessary. But most of the time I kept it in, and it was pretty cool. 2 Cyclone, which is pretty standard to out that pesky back row. And then I actually went with 2 Call by the Grave. This card came in clutch. It's the reason that I felt that only 2D Crow was acceptable. Yeah, this card was just nuts. It got me so far into certain games, which is great. Then I played the 1 Lovely Common Desires, which I didn't even bother to pick up a hollow one. I think I'm going to keep it as a common just because I think it's funny. Honestly, it's just hilarious because you drop the Common Desires while you have Phantasmes in your deck. But yeah, I'm probably just going to keep that at 1. It actually, I sided this card out a lot. Going first, actually, when I would side in the Artifact Engine, this card got taken out excessively. For the traps, 2 Roar, 2 Rage. Those are the only traps we played. No impermanents. I didn't feel it was necessary, and I was absolutely right. There was not a single point where I felt that impermanence would have been needed throughout the whole day, which was good. Onto the extra deck. 3 Balinks and 3 Sunlight Wolf with the 2 Heat Leo. Really, really standard. I definitely wouldn't change this. It's got to stay that way. We played the 1 Hida and the 1 Nightmare Phoenix. Phoenix came in clutch a lot today. Hida was so-so. I didn't really have any games where I needed to resolve it. Then the Spice, 1 Update Jammer, and the Borrelor Dragon. No Transcode Talker. It was really bad. When I played against one of my opponents, they thought that I summoned Transcode Talker to bring back Update Jammer when I used Mirage Stalio that turn. It did not happen because I don't play Transcode Talker. I was the Borrelode, so I had summoned out Borrelode with this, and I had a Phantasme, so I was able to swing twice and basically just pick up the game. It was quick OTK, which was cool. The reason I didn't play Transcode Talker, though, was because I opted to play 2 Mirage Stalio instead of 1. This came up almost every single round today. It was really good. Really good. Highly recommend, if you're not doing this, to do this. 2 of this card is awesome. I couldn't be any happier. And then 1 Abyss Dweller. That's fairly self-explanatory. 1 Dweller is just needed, even though I think I summoned this all of twice today. Which still, the 2 times that I summoned it won me the game, so I'm not complaining. Moving on to the side deck now. 3 Nibiru. I don't think I resolved this once. I actually faked 2 people into thinking that I had it when I didn't, which was hilarious. So many people thought that I did have it when I never actually resolved it, never drew into it or anything. Actually drew into it once, and I couldn't play it, so I ended up discarding it off of either Nightmare Phoenix or Signet Mining, one or the other, I can't remember. Then the funny stuff, 1 Lancia, 1 Scythe. All my friends are like, Lancia's really good and everything. I'm like, okay, Lancia is good, I agree. But I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to side 1 of it and then play the 3 Sanctum with the Scythe. I actually never resolved Lancia once. I resolved Sanctum once to summon a Scythe. Other than that, this engine I did not draw into at all. 1 Imperial Order. Figured Striker would kind of see a surge in popularity. Only played against 1 Striker, and I didn't draw this card, but if I had it would have been really good. Triple Twisters. Sided this in a good amount. It did work when it needed to. And then 3 Mind Control also did work when it needed to. But to be perfectly honest, if I had to pick, I'd probably say that these were the cards that put in the most work out of anything. Everything else I either didn't draw into, didn't resolve enough, it didn't help me out that much. So I would definitely say that these were like the game-changing cards that I sided in. Other than that, the main deck itself did like everything I needed it to in order to out whatever my opponent was playing. I didn't struggle a lot with many of the matches. I actually noticed a lot of my opponents start to shake while I was playing against them, which was kind of funny, because it was the first regional where I was actually completely relaxed. But yeah, it was definitely a pretty solid event. But like I said, you know, these are the cards that I think did the most work. I wouldn't change anything in the main deck. However, the side deck I probably would. I don't know exactly what I would want to do yet, but like honestly, it worked out really well for me. I'd probably take out the Imperial Order and put something else in, probably a 2nd Lancia. Maybe even take out one of the Nibiru's for a 3rd Lancia. But outside of that, I really didn't have any issues. I thought it was really, really solid. But that is the Salamangreat deck profile that I had, my personal one from Peabody, Massachusetts. I got 4th place after Swiss. It was a lot of fun. Actually, 4th place is the best I've ever done in a regional. Prior to that, it was 8th. So 4th place is awesome. Get to celebrate a little bit, which is cool. But hope you guys enjoyed the video and the deck profile. And if you like the video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button because it's appreciated. And make sure you smash that subscribe button as well. We've actually made a lot of jumps in subscriber numbers. I think we're up by 19 so far, which is great. I'd love to see that hit 300 by the end of the year. So tell your friends, you know, get them hooked on my channel, and hopefully I can give them some informative videos. But like I said, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment down below and hit that subscribe button. And turn your notifications on so you know exactly when I'm putting videos out. And for right now, this is Team Yugi Feels, signing out.